Yes. Let's have a look at these. He appears to be waking up. Excellent. Hold off on the medical treatment for now. We have to get this done first, yes. Hello. Hello there. Welcome to the Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital. As you can see, you are in a US hospital. Can I take a name? Excellent. Now, as you can very clearly see, you have been in a terrible, terrible accident. Yes, you were over here celebrating the Panama game, the Panama and England football soccer game, yes, for the World Cup. And you England fans, you tend to go a little bit overboard with your soccer, don't you? Yes. So, from what we can tell happened, you first consumed a copious amount of alcohol. How much alcohol? 5 whole pints. 5 whole pints of alcohol. Of pure quality American lager. 5 whole pints. Oh no, that's not the problem. 5 pints would be more than enough, usually, to incapacitate an American, such as everyone here. But for an Englishman, it should be closer to, I'm told, 16 pints. 16 pints. However, what we didn't account for is that the alcohol that you were drinking, a typical American lager, was very weak in alcohol. Very, very weak in alcohol. And that sent your body into a state of shock because your body thought that it would be getting 5 pints worth of alcohol. But it wasn't, it was barely getting any. So your body went into shock, and you became disorientated and dizzy, and you then fell in a toilet cubicle onto a cracked cistern, and yes, which implanted itself in your neck, yes. And this then kind of put you into a comatose state, and we took you via private ambulance very, very quickly to the nearest available luxury hospital, this being the Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital. God bless his soul. Anyway, yes. So yes, you've been in a coma. Yes, we know that you've been in a coma. How long? Well, you've been in a coma for 14 days, so yes, you did miss the end of the Panama and England soccer game. Oh well, I guess you can find that out later, can't you? Yes, you English, yes, of course. So, but first things first. No, I don't need to do any more tests. Yeah, I don't really care about your medical condition at all, no. I'm a doctor, for Pete's sake. Now, you'll notice that you're in this nice, comfy bed, and so we have to go to our first order of business. Hello? Yes. No going back to sleep. You're just out of the coma, and we need to get this very important stuff down. So, you've been here 2 weeks at this hospital. Yes. And therefore, we have to consider a small fee that needs to be settled by yourself or your next of kin before we can allow you to leave this room and indeed go back to England, where we may or may not cover and try to recover the debt there. Yes, never mind, let's move on quickly. So, I'm hearing a lot of protest from you. You're so funny. Of course healthcare is not free in the United States. What do you take us for? That is socialist garble. If you receive medical treatment, you should pay for that medical treatment. comatose state, we had a duty of care to provide you with the best treatment available here in the United States of America. Yes, so we first we'll go through the room charges. I can hear that you're protesting a little bit, but unfortunately you have now racked up these fees which need to be settled. So, yep, no going back to sleep, no going back to sleep. Stay awake. You can go back into your coma when we've confirmed all of these charges, okay? So, I've got you down here as being in a standard inpatient room, or having a standard inpatient room fee for 10 of your 14 days here with us at Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital. Yes. Yes, and of that, we charge a standard rate of $3,200 per day. Yes, that includes $1,500 for nursing. Yes, nursing. So the nurse standing in this room with you, making sure that, you don't die or something, or wake up. That's $1,500 a day, yes. And we have the cost of the room itself at $1,000, yes. Yes. Okay. And then $200 a day premium hospital food, or, well, you didn't take it up in this case, but we had to feed it to you mushed, hence the nursing fee being quite high, because we had to feed you as well. Yes, some other hospitals would offer a feeding fee, but we just absorb this within the general nursing fee, yes. So at $3,200 a day for those things, for the nursing, the room and the food, that comes to a total of $32,000. $32,000, yes. Yes, here at the Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital, we provide the best rooms and services. You don't understand? Well, let me go through the next cost and we can get you to sign off on all of this. And yes, you were here for 14 days. Well, that is because you were in the ICU, the intensive care unit, for 4 of those days. Now, we are quite a cheap hospital, and therefore we're only going to charge you, given you're a tourist, and, we love the Brits, just a $12,000 daily charge. $12,000 per day, yes. Yes. And across 4 days, that will come to $48,000. Yes, $48,000. The total running so far is now up to $80,000. Yes, $80,000 for you there. Yes, for your little football escapade. Yes, I bet you're very happy about coming to the United States for the World Cup, aren't you? Yes, of course. Now, that's not all. What more could there be? There's lots to go through here on this list. Lots and lots and lots of things to go through. We have 3 MRI scans. By 3, well, we needed to do 2. 1 in the first week, 1 in the second week, and we botched another one, so that comes to $3,000 per charge. Yes, $3,000 per MRI scan, including the one we botched. Yes. Oh, you want that taken off? Well, we can consider that. We'll pass it to your insurance provider and they can consider that later. So that will be $3,000 per scan, which comes to a total of $9,000. Just $9,000. This is small money we're talking about here. Very small money, yes. And we also have a CAT scan that we needed to do as well, which is another $2,000, yes. Yes, and as for there was a bit of cistern. A toilet cistern that was chipped off and had lodged itself in your neck and your leg. Yes. And we had to put you into the operating theatre. Yes, the operating theatre for 5 hours. Yes, our doctors were very fast. We got rid of both pieces at once. Yes. Top quality here in the US. So that is only $3,500 per hour times 5, which gives us $17,500 for 5 hours of work. Yes. I bet you feel great about that, don't you? Yep. Now we have the daily blood work as well, which we ran through the lab to check for any, contaminants you might have picked up from the assistant. Yes, $300 a day times 14, which gives us $4,200. Yes, I can see that you're confused. You'll just have to trust me on the math. Trust me on the math. Yes, that's what we want. And we put you on antibiotics. We didn't need to, we just did it just in case. Standard course of treatment, $30 per pill. Yes, $30 per pill times 2 a day times 14 days, which puts you now at 690. Oh wait, what's the time? That's $720 as of now. We'll add that to your total as well. Now, we also have a basic consumables charge. Yes, a basic consumables charge here at the hospital too, yes. Yes, so I'll just lay this on your bed for you there, because I'm not being paid to carry this clipboard. I'm just being paid to read from it. And I can see that you don't want to have any more charges. I'm going to put this on your legs. Oh, that hurts, does it? Oh, well, you want to save money? There we go. Put that there. Now, yes, basics consumables, as I was saying. So we have here 30 pairs of disposable gloves for operating, which is $10 times 30, which is a charge of $300 on gloves. We have 2 gauze here, 2 gauzes which we needed to add. I'm surprised it's not more, to be honest. $200. No, that's for both of them. That's not each. We're very cheap here at Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital. Yes. And we also have surgical tape, which we needed to use, which comes to $120 for that one. And altogether, on the basic consumables charge, we therefore have about $620 in consumables for you there. Excellent, yes. We also have to go through some of the other fees now. So we have a step-in fee to the ER. So when you're taken into the hospital, if you go to the emergency department straight away, which you had to because, of your condition, then we have a one-off fee just for walking through the door. Yes, just through walking through the door, or in your case, carried through the door. Yes, so yes, the fee for passing through that door, just for going through a door, yes, is $2,500. Yes, $2,500. I know. Isn't it great? Now, there's also the cost of the ambulance, which is actually owned by this very hospital. Usually they're private, but the ambulance, because it's owned by this hospital, you get a little discount. Yes, the Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital discount. Yes, and it's only $1,500 for the private ambulance. Amazing, what a steal. Yes. Okay, no protesting. Let's just get through this. Okay, now we next go to the medical admin fee. Now this is a amazing charge that covers very essential work here at the hospital. So those antibiotics that we were talking about, this is the fee for a nurse to come in, specifically one nurse, and to give you those antibiotics. Yes, a charge of only $50 per pill. Yes, so administering them costs $50. 2 of them a day, 100 a day, 10 times 14, that is $1,400 on antibiotics. Amazing, that's how we like it. Let's go. Now, we have a skin-to-skin holding fee too, I've got listed down here. What's that? Oh, that's when you give birth and you have to pay to hold your child, otherwise we just take it straight away and put it in another room. It's only $500. You're a male. Oh, a mistake. Yes, that must be a mistake. Of course you want to have childbirth. Sorry, that must be just a little bit of financial inaccuracy there. Yes, sorry about that. Anyway, if you do want to give birth or know anyone who does, come to our special hospitals in America, and when they give birth, you can pay $500, $1,000 just to be able to hold your child after you've given birth to it. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? USA, 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 USA. We love it. We love it. Anyway, let's get on to some of the rest. So we have a total here that I'm going to communicate to you now, and you can settle it with cash or with card. Now, the total for that comes to $125,000. Oh, no, that's not it. And $40. $125,040. Excellent. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake here. While you were incapacitated, we didn't have room in the standard rooms, so we had to give you a luxury upgrade to the Ultra-Luxe luxury room, which costs an additional $3,000 per day times 14. Yes, you're in the ICU for 4 of those, but we'll count it anyway. Yes, we still reserved it for you, of course. So that comes to $42,000, and now we put you at a total of $167,040. Now, cash or card? Cash or card? Do you have insurance? Okay, great. So if you have insurance, then we can limit the amount that you spend in one go to about $9,000, but you need to consult a financial professional on that. So what's your insurance? Your insurance? Oh, I'm afraid to say that's not medical insurance. That's travel insurance. Travel insurance is not medical insurance, so unfortunately, sir, you will not be paying the £9,000 today. You will be paying the $167,040. Yes. Or did I say £9,000? $9,000 you've got. You only have £2,000 in savings. Well, do you own a house? You do? Well, you own a flat. You own a flat in Ipswich. Oh, well, we can collect that and take that off your hands, yes. Don't worry, even if you leave the country, we will still, because of our international agreements, be able to come to the UK and take your assets from you. So expect the bailiffs coming, but we'll give you a time, maybe 30 days, to sail on that flat. Make a sale, yes, nice property sale. Donald J. Trump would approve. And £2,000, I can't believe that. Still, either way. So I don't really know what £2,000 is in dollars, but I can say it's probably not enough to pay the total of £167,040. Okay, you're beginning to ask a lot of questions now, and if you want to take up any of my time with those questions, you are going to have to pay an additional admin fee of $2,900. Would you like to do that? No. You would not. What? You're asking me if I can just let it go. Well, I have some good news. You just asked me a question and therefore are liable to pay me the $2,900 fee, so your new total comes to $169,940. Let's just round it up to $170,000. $170,000, a big spender. Thank you very much. You have one additional question. Would you like to ask it? Oh, that's very rude. That's very rude. You can't be saying that to me. I am an esteemed doctor at the Donald J. Trump Memorial Hospital, and I will not stand for this abuse. I will not stand for this abuse. No. Well, you go back into your coma then. I've got everything I need, and we'll be building a legal case against you. A legal case against you. Yes, go back into your coma. We'll be here. I'll be here when you get out, ready to explain more surcharges. Yes. Excellent. So, I'm going to go now. You enjoy the last few days, hopefully you have, in this amazing United States hospital. And, yes, well, thank you very much. A similar remark to yourself, good sir. Anyway, thank you very much for using our services here in the United States, the best, the most free country, the free country in the world. Yes, USA, USA. No, not England. England does not exist. It's England, not England. It's USA. Come on, why are you not joining in? USA. Oh, he's back into the coma. What a spoil sport. Anyway, I'd best get on. I've got more money to make.